basically, I did a big mistake. Well, just ignore that stream because I had a important phone call and I forgot to mute my mic. So just forget it. Forget what happened. Because unpublished it on my thing. And also, I'll show you. And also, I messed up the round as well. Round two. Well, I messed up the game. I'll show you what match is it. But what is it? Lexus. All right, there you go. So yeah. All right. I'll tell you who wins in this one. All right. So the winner. Well, not these two because you guys have already seen it, but these two I just turned off. Um, all right. First off, we got here Carlton beated Gold Coast Suns by 193 points. Collingwood beat the Giants for 137. So I will show you like and then there's like more coming up as well, and yeah, yeah. So next up we've got one, two, three, four, five more to go, and then yeah, LA Crows, St Kilda, Gold Coast, and Giants are probably got 0 points, but um yeah, but anyways. Yeah, so I'm really so sorry I accidentally uh I did like a big messed up. I really messed up right there. Including that, announcements to make. So there's well basically what happens was so I just ordered myself some order one mascot which is West Coast Eagles. So which is good. And then, the second of all, next week, there's a new video coming up next week. It's gonna be there's gonna it's not next week on Thursday. I reckon next week on Thursday or Tuesday. I reckon shooting best time next Tuesday. Next Tuesday I'll probably make a video on going to the zoo. Because to be honest, though, I need to check out some few animals I can take a look at, like as for example lions and stuff like that. Um, like even though what else? Lions, tigers, whatever I can find. But anyways, getting on the stream. Probably I reckon I'll pick. I reckon I'll show you the ladder as well. Though Carlton first, Collingwood second, Dockers third, Western Bulldogs is fourth, Melbourne's fifth, West Coast Eagles is sixth, Essendon seven. Yeah, so yeah, I reckon Dockers. I recommend though that are probably best off. Though I might go play against Brisbane against Melbourne. So yeah, let's do this, everyone, and yeah.
G'day, thanks for joining us for Saturday Night Football. Dennis Cometti here. My co-commentator for this match is Matthew Richardson.
How are you, Dennis? It's good to be here tonight.
confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. Here we go. It's the Lions versus Melbourne. Martin knocks it down the field. Gets boot to high. A nice running mark. He decides to play on. Puts boot to ball. A mark by Christensen. He decides to play on. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Paparoni lining up 40 metres out. Shot at goal by Paparoni. Collected by Hodge, going for goal number 1. Fantastic goal by Pitbull. Goal. That's the first one of the game. Brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Martin guides it. Zorko comes away with the ball. The ball's come out of the pack like a chocolate bar from a slot machine. Deans just manages to sink it. He sinks his first goal. The Deans already trailing by an uncomfortable margin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Martin with the punch. He gains possession. Leicester handballs it. Puts the head down as he runs in. Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. The Lions getting out to an early lead.
Brisbane could just really comfortable kicking for goal on the run because it's just an extension of their normal field kicking and they have absolutely no issues there.
And look at that bounce. Martin with first hands to the ball. Lucky bounce collected. He gets tackled as he hands it off. Shot by Hodge. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. Gets his first. The Lions getting the fast start. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Martin nicely outclassing Gore. Dishes it off by hand. Beams heads in for the goals. His aim was just on. Brisbane couldn't have asked for a much better start than this one. That's one area of this game that does need improvement. Great mark. Leicester lines it up. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 50 metres from home. Meters out. An ideal position to be kicking from. A chance to add one more to his tally. Nice goal from Pitbull. We'll be happy with goal number 2. And they'll stretch out their lead.
Pitbull has a nose for goals. You wouldn't want to bet against him even on the tightest of angles.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Martin is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Quick hands finding the running player. Beams goes for home. Beams has got it. Brisbane are in front.
The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Guided by Andrews. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Marked by Rich. He decides to play on. Gets boot to leather. Good mark on the run. Robinson plays it on. Gets the kick off as he's taken down by Jones. Lewis gets his man holding the ball. He'll get the free. Zorko had no chance, but at least he made an attempt. Rich takes the mark. He plays on. Gets boot to leather. Leicester wins the marking contest. He plays on. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. Gets the ball free. Beams whacks one on the boot for goal. Paparoni got under it, perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. 20 metres from home. 45-degree shot is not too high. He just has to keep his cool. Brisbane have scored the last 6 goals. Brisbane in front. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Tapped by Andrews. Zorko with the football. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. A great effort. Paparoni going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactical this week. As we go into break, the scores are the Lions 43, Melbourne 0.
Brisbane will be happy with the early scoreboard pressure they are applying to the Demons. They are setting the standard out there, and it will be interesting to see how Melbourne can come back after the break.
What do the stats look like, Richo?
The Lions have a firm grip of the ball when it comes to marking with 11 on the board. The Demons have a bit of catching up to do with only 0. Brisbane way out in front of Melbourne with the possessions, 90% next to their name.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richo. The second term is underway.
The winners in life constantly think in terms of I can, I will, and I am.
Gains possession. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Just fell through. This kick puts them further into the lead. That's 7 in a row for the Lions. Brisbane in front. The Ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Martin punches. He gains possession. Martin throws it, clear as day. A spearing kick from Hibbert. Zorko with the mark.
Zorko, it's just a phenomenal mark. If I ever saw him drop one, I'll eat my hat. He slams that on the boot. Rich with good strong hands. He plays it on, sending it on its way. He marks the ball.
Buick not wasting time, elects to play on. Over the top of the pack. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
He'll need a bigger kick than he has from here.
Paparoni will regret that. The Lions with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading Melbourne 50-0. Disappointing kick there. There could be a short option here. Strong mark. Lever setting up the play, sends it out of the defensive 50. Beams lines it up 45 metres out. Get back in from this position. Going for goal number 3. It's going through for a magnificent behind. The Lions leads by 51. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Off hands. Ball heads out of bounds. Looks like we'll have a throw-in. A lot of jostling as the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. Zorko is streaming past and gets the footy. It's hit the post. It's behind. The Lions lead the Demons. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Vince is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Cameron drops it. Running in for the goals now. Hit the post. That's a behind.
It's not the score he was looking for. The mark is taken by Lever. It kicks quickly. A good mark under the circumstances. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
I would expect him to get this, Dennis.
40 metres from home. Pickwood will avert his paycheck if he converts this one. That's 8 in a row for Brisbane. The Lions leads by 59. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Gorn totally outclassed in that contest. Hands it out to open space. Vince there to mop it up. He gathers the loose ball. He spills the mark. Nice interception. Deft touch from Viney. He kicks the ball out of congestion. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. Pickwood going for number 4. Perfect kick. That's 4 goals. The Lions have scored the last 9 goals. The Lions height 65. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The ball bouncing well. Tapped by Andrews. He controls the bouncing ball. Rooted by Beams. McStay has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. To return. Brisbane 71. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Bounce goes the ball. Clean tap by Andrews. Leicester kicks towards the forwards. The mark is taken by McStay. Joining to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 35 metres out. It's in the air. The Lions have run to their tally. The Lions leads by 77. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Here we go. Andrews with the mighty fist. Zorko with a kick as he gets pulled down by Hibbert. Puts the head down as he runs in. And that's the half. The Lions 77 to the Demons nothing. Stay tuned for the halftime show. What? There's no halftime show. Seriously. What do the stats look like, Richo?
Brisbane in front on the scoreboard and are racking up a good number of stats to go with it.
Thank you very much, Richo. 2 quarters down and only 2 to go. The crowd anxious. Let's get into the second half.
I'll tell you what, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Hogan with the kick. Marked by Martin. He wants to play on. Sends the Sharon on its way. Leicester with an easy mark. Oliver gets his man holding the ball. He'll get the free. Chips it down towards half forward. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
Brisbane are taking their time and kicking to smart options inside 50, and that's having a real bearing on this match. Andrews gets his boot on it. Good mark.
Beams opts to play on. He has no trouble grabbing that one. He steadies now in front of goal. 50 metres from home. Pat Loney going for number 2. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. There's the peg. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 15 metres out. The Lions with the upper hand in this match. And it shows on the scoreboard, leading 83-0.
Hodge has some great leadership skills, and leadership is about getting other players involved and being able to take it as well as dishing it out. The only way you're going to get respect from your teammates.
Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. Jones holding the ball as he's collected by Beams. He gives it a punishing kick. A solid mark from Bug. Gets boot to leather. Zorko with the mark.
The Lions have just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. He grabs it, he doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Puts boot to ball. Hipwood with good strong hands. He steadies now in front of goal. Hipwood has a kick. Nice kick.
The Lions with a handy break, leading Melbourne 89-0. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The ball is bounced. Andrews taps it. Lewis gets the ball. Martin marks. He chooses to play on. Martin sends one up towards the wing. Zorko has it. He plays on now. He's a long kick. The mark is taken by Paparoni. Can he kick it from here, Richo?
I don't know if he'll make the distance here, Dennis.
50 metres from home. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. 15 metres out. Hipwood going for number 6. The Lions got 95. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Here's the bounce.
Martin is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. He plays it on. Bastanak kicks it. Cameron with the ball. He plays on with it. Garlett will take the free.
Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. Beams decides to play on. The Specky is in vain. Approaching the goals now. Marks. Gets boot to leather. Papaloni has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Now do you think you can kick this one, Richard?
He should have no problem kicking this one through.
Papaloni just gets it through. The Lions over. The Demons by 101. Did you like that turn, Richard?
Well, they're still in it, but they need something to ignite them in this last quarter. They can't expect their opposition to hand it to them.
Lots of points scored during that third term. Time to check those stats.
Scoreboard looks good. Stats look good. Brisbane is looking good from all angles.
Thanks, Richo. It's almost over now.
You can always rest easy knowing that you gave 100%, win or lose.
Lester lays it off to the running man. Runs into a defender. Jones slams it on the boot. Nice contested mark by Hogan. Sends it on its way. Great grab. Andrews opts to play on. Nice mark there. Fails to dispose of it correctly. The contest, no match for him.
Brisbane have been dominant in the air and they're marking everything. The Demons need to stop trying to outmark Brisbane and just get a fist into the contest. Jeddah kicks it. Beams with a strong mark, lining it up with the goal now. Gardner marks it.
Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. A 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Big thump from Martin. Matheson controls it. Puts the head down as he runs in. The Lions get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. Matheson increases the lead. All is in readiness. Nice bounce. Hit by Martin. The ball in the hands of Lester. Kicks it. A solid mark from Hipwood. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 35 metres out. Famous last words, I know, but this is a goal he shouldn't miss. That could be the final nail in the coffin. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Martin with first hands to the ball. Puts boot to ball. Perfect timing from Matheson.
When the forwards are marking the ball so cleanly inside 50 like they are now, it must give the Lions a lot of confidence, especially when the pressure is on. The umpire wants to throw it in. Martin hits it. His approach looks good. Gardner has pushed that wide. I'm sure he's going to feel some pressure intensifying now. Brisbane lead Melbourne.
It's not the score he was looking for. Vince with the kick. Marked by Matheson. Lining up the goal now. A chance to add one more to his tally. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Now shoots the goal. He was celebrating the moment that left his foot. The Lions are in control of this game. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
Martin has such great hands. He always gives his team first touch, and he seems to always know who's in the best position to receive those clever touches.
I would have expected him to nail that. Might have to kick it to himself. Good mark by Hodge. Good as this guy is the most reliable to kick the goal in the zone. 40 metres from home. He's kicking from the 45-degree angle. Brisbane height 128. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Vince waiting to bring it back into play. He opts to play on with the ball. Jams it on the boot. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. That was the peg. Hodge with the mark. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 40 metres from home. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. Brisbane one to their tally. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. Brisbane have had a superb supply all match long. Paparone with the ball. He steadies now in front of goal. Paparone kicks for goal. He gets the upper hand. He steadies now in front of goal.
The wax one in the boot for goal. That could be the final nail in the coffin. All is in readiness. Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Martin with the tap. A free kick paid for some off-ball trouble. Listen, here's the thing. This game is over before it began, and I don't think there's anything further I can add that will shed light on this outcome. Very one-sided. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between Brisbane and Melbourne?
They say you're never as good as everyone tells you when you win, and you're never as good as they say when you lose. But for me, telling them when they're bad seems far too kind.
Enlightening, Richo. Final scores are 140 to 0. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Richo.
It's been my pleasure, Dennis. We look forward to having everyone back soon.
Hello and welcome. It's time to play Saturday afternoon football. A player who always knew how to find the goals and did so 800 times in his illustrious career. From my point of view, it's a delight to have him as part of the commentary team. Welcome, Richo.
Hi, Dan. Today should be a good match.
The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelt correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man to ask. The Dockers run on to the cheers of their fans. Here's the opening bounce. I play in the over 60s football league. We don't have ball ups. The ump just puts the ball on the ground, and whoever can bend down and pick it up gets the first possession. Richard, what can you say about that attempt?
Nothing, Dennis. Nothing.
The Bombers by a point. I would have expected him to nail that. He looks for a man on the lead. Kick to himself. Send the top in, big fella. Nice mark there. Lining up the goal now. String it from behind. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. The Bombers score first. He's putting on a masterclass with goals like that. You can see it on his face. He's happy with that effort. Big thump from Leuenberger. He has the ball. He gets his hands on the footy. Goddard drives it inside the 50. Great mark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Stringer shoots it. Gets the distance. That's 2 in a row for the Bombers. There's already some distress for the Dockers. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Guided by Leuenberger. Controlled by Collier. He gets a kick out of the pack. The mark missed by Danaher. McGrath controls it. Going for goal number 1. He's having a ball, if you'll excuse the pun. McGrath puts them further in front. The Bombers with a very handy lead early on. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. Essendon have had a superb supply all match long. Burley kicks the ball. Good mark.
He plays on now. Kicks. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Stringer going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically, this one, 30 metres out. That's 4 in a row for the Bombers. The Bombers lead the Dockers. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Leuenberger with the mighty fist. Deed kicks it out of the congestion. McGrath looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
Not much of an angle. Should be an almost certain goal.
The Bombers in front.
McGrath has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays.
The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Big thump from Leuenberger. Goddard throws it clear as day. Slams it on the boot. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. So well timed.
Leuenberger is a great mark on the league, but he can sometimes get worked under the ball in the contest. If he can lift his overhead capability, he will be a star. He steadies now in front of goal. Collier shoots for goal.
Perfect timing from Smith. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 15 metres out. Smith hammers the ball for goal. Essendon with a handy break, leading Fremantle 37-0. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Belchambers is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Sandilands. Belchambers wins the tap. Terrible timing by Sandilands. McKenna runs in. Smith marks. Approaching the end of the first term right here. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 25 metres out. Smith shoots. What a great goal by Smith. The lead has been increased. That's 7 in a row for the Bombers. The Bombers in front. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Bill Chambers with the punch. He's got the football now. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Let's see with the stats how both teams performed.
Both teams are neck and neck for handball disposals. The Bombers have a really commanding lead in the possession count, with possession at 77% to 23%. The scoreboard definitely reflects what a marking powerhouse the Bombers have been.
Insightful, Richo. The first break is finished and play is set to commence.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Deed picks it. Snatches at it and drops it. He's as twitchy as a frog in a blender. Danaher puts his head down and runs in. Danaher with a kick at goal. The Bombers in front. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The bounce straight down. Leuenberger with the tap. Lucky bounce collected. Saad handballs it. Goddard approaching home now. Wins the hard ball. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell me. Fantastic goal by Smith. And they stretch out their lead. Essendon with the upper hand in this match. And it shows on the scoreboard, leading 55-0.
Smith's shown a lot of character with his recent performances.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Leuenberger aims for his man on the ground. Sends it on its way. Smith enjoying a height advantage. We know more about him than we, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
It's an absolute gimme from this angle.
A risky proposition from here. He'll need a big kick to make the goals. Well, if you can hand-pick a position, this is it. Straight in front of the goals.
Smith's got all the makings required to become a great servant of this football club. I reckon he could become a 200-game player.
Batted down nicely by Leuenberger. There's players everywhere, but somehow he manages to send out the handball. Steady hands there as he holds that one. He plays on. Hooker kicks. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Essendon have just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. Polyek lines up. Polyek has a kick. The ball's travelling. That's a mark. He steadies now in front of goal.
Fantasia takes a shot at goal. The Bombers leave the docket. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Leuenberger with a big fist on it. Fantasia controls. Going for goal number 2. A magnificent kick right through the middle. Essendon leads by 73. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Takes possession. Heppel approaching home now. Not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but the ball has changed possession. Essendon 79.
Essendon has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around. The Dockers, they aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
With the ball now, Valentine gets the hand pass. He's racking up possessions. Ambrose plays it on, puts boot to ball. Marked by McDonald, Tip and Woody. He plays on, kicks the skin off it. Great mark over the pack. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
I don't know if he'll make the distance here, Dennis.
50 metres from home. An ideal position to be kicking from. Essendon in front. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Sandlin's hardly provided a challenge. The ball mopped up. Merritt kicks. A big run to take that back. Richard, what are his chances from here?
Should kick this 9 times out of 10, but you never can be sure.
The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. The Bombers in front. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Good bounce. Bill Chambers knocks it down the field. Merritt beats the hand pass out. Stringer heads in for the goals. No good. Essendon lead the Dockers by 92. Disappointing kick there. Pearce assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. Lining up the goal now. 30 metres from home. Going for goal number 2. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. That's number 2. Is there anything interesting in the stats, Richo?
The Dockers doing poorly on the scoreboard and have the stats to prove it.
That's pretty deep, Richo. This match can be described like seeing your grandmother in fishnets. Unexpected. Players have been down to the rooms now and they have had some treatment, a talk from the coach, and should be ready for another half of football. I know we are.
Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your own 2 ears.
Now we've got a ball up. Leuenberger hits it. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. He kicks it, gun barrel straight, and that puts them further in front. Essendon over. The Dockers by 104. That replay shows just how good that goal was. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce is straight up and down. Leuenberger with the first touch. Casanova would have been jealous at that pickup. Merritt opts to play on. Neal with the pickup. Merritt throws it clear as day. Sends it on its way. A big run to take that back.
McKenna, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. Stringer lining up with the goals. He boots it. Great hands. Danaher getting into position for the kick. Danaher takes a shot. He could not have kicked that any better.
Essendon lead Fremantle 110 to nothing. All is in readiness. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Leuenberger punches. Merritt comes away with the ball. Merritt throws it clear as day. Sends it on its way. Great mark under pressure. He wants to play on. McKenna sends the ball on its way. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Danaher thumps the ball for goal. Fantasia takes it well. Lining up the goal now, 25 metres out. Looking for another goal here. Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. Fantasia, with that kick, has increased the lead.
Fantasia may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce straight down. Leuenberger hits it. He's got the footy in his hands. The ball is on the ground, and it's picked up by McKenna. McKenna throws it clear as day. Valentine one out in the square. He shouldn't have bothered. Intercept by Pearce. Steady hands there as he holds that one. A lovely drop punt. Hooker presents and takes the mark. He's elected to play on. Kicks it across the ground. Hamlin looking to make them pay for that turnover. Puts the head down as he runs in. Close call, but it's just made it for a score. Leuenberger making the lead bigger.
Leuenberger is creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Bill Chambers with the mighty fist. Puts the head down as he runs in. A solid mark from Fantasia. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 30 metres from home. Couldn't ask for much better than this. It's an easy shot here.
Fantasia needs to practice his goal-kicking routine. It helps the player handle any situation in the game. If he does that more often, then he might enter the league of the elite goal kickers.
All is in readiness. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Tap to advantage. Parrish with the football. He's heading for home. A solid mark from Fantasia. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 30 metres out. Essendon with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 134-0. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Bounce goes the ball. Bill Chambers with the mighty fist. With the ball now. Merritt is dragged down by Sandilands, and he's heading for home. Great mark. Opportunity for Fantasia. Fantasia takes aim for goals. Essendon leads by 140. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. There's the bounce. Sandilands try swinging your purse next time. Which coming from the guy wearing makeup. Passed by Bill Chambers. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
Essendon is playing a great game in both stats and on the scoreboard.
Enlightening, Richo. Here we go for the last quarter.
The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning.
Nicely intercepted by Mundy. Ambrose, the better man there. He plays on now. Kicks. McDonald to Woody. Marks. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
It's just too far out for him, Ben.
A monster kick will be required from here. 35 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. The goal for the Bombers. That's number 3. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here we go.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. The Bombers have had a superb supply all match long. McGrath lines up. McGrath takes a shot. A good contested mark there. Concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Smith shoots for goal. The Bombers lead.
All is in readiness. Here's the bounce. Hit by Leuenberger. Deep has the ball. The ball picked up. Was that a throw? I think it was. Sandilands with a clinical drop punt. Great grab. Merritt not wasting time, elects to play on. That was all Danaher. Danaher throws it, clear as day. Hamlin keeping it low. Perfect timing from Leuenberger.
It's clear that the Bombers have been practicing their march during the week. They've wrapped up plenty of catches, contested or not, and it's showing on the scoreboard. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Strong mark there, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. McGrath has a kick. McGrath has slotted it through for a 6-pointer.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Nice bounce. Leuenberger with first hands to the ball. Gets boot to leather. Perfect timing from Smith. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Nice mark there. Opportunity for Stringer, 15 metres out. Going for goal number 6. Gets the distance. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Claimed by Bill Chambers. Not a very good kick. And it's close to go as the ball goes over the boundary line. The ball has been tossed in. Knocks it down in front. Bounces favourably for Collier. Essendon get a goal. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Nice bounce.
Essendon have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. Zaharakis taking aim. Zaharakis, you beauty.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the Ruckmen unleash. Bill Chambers with the tap. Lucky bounce collected. Chips it down towards half forward. A good mark under the circumstances. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. 45 metres out. He's been outstanding, going for goal number 8 right here. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Fantasia can definitely get some power out of his kicks, but I think this distance here will test him.
The ball is bounced. Tapped by Bill Chambers. Takes possession. Parrish. Bad disposal. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Good as this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. 25 metres out. A chance to add one more to his tally. He kicks it. Gun barrel straight. That's number 2. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire has the ball. Ready for the centre bounce. Bill Chambers with the tap. Listen, here's the thing. This game was over before it began, and I don't think there's anything further I can add that will shed light on this outcome. Very one-sided. Richard, what did you make of the final result?
Grass grows, birds fly, waves pound the sand, and Essendon beats teams up.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Richard. Final scores at 188-0. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Richard.
Thanks, Dennis. Until next time, that's it.
Hello and welcome. You're here, I'm here, and now it's time for Sunday afternoon football. With 800 goals and 282 games to his credit, I'm joined now by Matthew Richardson.
Hi, Dennis. Today is an exciting match.
Today it's the Bulldogs versus the Eagles. The Eagles running on. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. They come nothing like an opening bounce, right, Richo?
Leadership like coaching is fighting for the hearts and souls of men and getting them to believe in you.
Roughhead dishes it off by hand. Dalhouse with the kick. Wins the hard ball. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 50 metres from home. Going for goal number 1. Hearn gets the upper hand. He plays on. Sometimes you've just got to kick it. Nat Nui claims the ball. He chooses to play on. He kicks the ball out of congestion. He gets above the crowd. Would you back him in from here, Richard?
He's a fair way out, Dennis. It'll test him.
Yeah, we'll have to put everything into this one. 30 metres from home. Darling going for number 1. He holds his breath. Darling with a great kick. The Eagles take the first goal. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Clean tap out of the ruck is in his possession. Duggan with the kick as he gets pulled down by Roughhead. Nat Nui slams it on the boot. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Here's a chance for Leclerc, 35 metres out. A pretty safe bet from this position. Leclerc aiming for the goals. Leclerc with the goal. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome.
Leclerc really wears his heart on his sleeve.
He scores, he scores, he scores. What an absolute classic. Very happy with that kick. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Bounce goes the ball. Nat Nui hits it. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Suckling, you gotta pass the ball. Schofield decides to play on. Couldn't hold on to the mark. The ball spills to Sheed. Sheed throws it clear as day. Roughhead sends one up towards the wing. He shouldn't have bothered. Puts the head down as he runs in. Leclerc looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Perfect kick. Leclerc with his second goal. West Coast have scored the last 3 goals. West Coast with a 3-goal lead.
Leclerc, he's creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel.
More bounce than a dodgy chip. I set with first hands to the ball. McGovern gets a less than pretty drop punt away. Border Control will be keen to look at this trafficking. Dio gets the ball. The Eagles in front. I would have expected him to nail that.
Trengove, he's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. Sheed kicks for goal. Nice kick. West Coast are really looking the goods with the lead over the Bulldogs.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Effective hit out there. He's got the footy in his hands. Out of bounds near the 50. The ball has been thrown in. Roughhead looked about as coordinated as Disney's Goofy. Shuick is able to squeeze a kick through the pack. A nice running mark.
West Coast are dominating in the air and the scoreboard reflects it. Archie having no trouble taking that one. He steadies now in front of goal. Archie kicks for goal. It's a mark. Concentrating hard as he lines up the goal.
Leclerc aiming for the goals. Leclerc executes the goal well. That's his third. He's doing his job out there. This kick puts them further into the lead. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Lysette punches it. Shuey has the ball. Jams it on the boot now. No one troubling him there. Kennedy lines it up. A monster kick will be required from here. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 40 degrees. That's 5 in a row for West Coast. The Eagles by 37. Like a banana through a letterbox. What a wonderful goal. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Time to check the stats. Richard.
Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and West Coast will put 18 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. West Coast way out in front of the Western Bulldogs with the possessions, 81% next to their name. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. The Western Bulldogs were slightly ahead with 2-1.
Thanks, Richo. The first break is finished and play is set to commence.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Vardy has the ball. Sends the Sharon on its way. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Now it's the peg. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richo?
I reckon the distance might be too much from here, Dennis.
15 metres out. The ball is thumped towards goal by Lacroix. That's 6 in a row for the Eagles. West Coast leads by 43.
Lacroix is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion.
The replay capturing everyone's attention. What a goal. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball, guided by Matt Newey. He gains possession.
Well, the West Coast coach will be grinning from ear to ear. There's nothing more pleasing for a coach than seeing a strong team cohesion and discipline, and that's been on display right up to now. The Eagles has barely coughed up a free. Matt Newey really wears his heart on his sleeve. Duggan boots it. He marks the ball. Yo, taking aim.
Jams it on the boot now. Takes that one strongly. Dowling going through his routine. Unfortunately, they mowed the grass very short tactically this week. That's 7 in a row for the Eagles. The Eagles by 49. He's loving that replay. And he's making sure his opponent knows all about it. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Nat Newey guides it with the ball now. Kicks into the forward line. Lecrack marks it. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 30 metres out. That's 8 in a row for West Coast. West Coast by 55.
Lacroix may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Nat Newey gets onto the ball, gains possession. Vardy kicks it out of congestion. Hands like dinner plates. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies, just get them in flying formation. 45 metres out. Lecrack likes his chances for goal. West Coast leads by 61. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Good bounce. Nat Newey with the punch. Dalhouse has the ball. Booted by Shuey. Strong mark by Lacroix. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 30 metres out. The Eagles leads by 67. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Lysette got the hit out. He has the ball. McGovern with a wobbly kick. Kennedy wins the marking contest. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. The Eagles lead the Bulldogs 73-0. is in readiness. Here's the bounce.
Lyset is really good at getting up in the ruck, but his directional taps need some more work. He decides to play it on. Barras boots it. He marks the ball. He plays it on. The ball gets smothered. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. He claims the ball.
Sheen with a chance if he keeps a cool head. Sheen aiming for the goals. Massive screamer from Kennedy. Kennedy taking aim, 15 metres out. Kennedy steers the ball towards goal. The Eagles with the ascendancy over the Western Bulldogs, leading the match 79-0.
Kennedy on his wrong foot isn't his preferred option, but he's still competent enough off that foot.
Here's the bounce. Roughhead hardly provided a challenge. McGovern boots it. Kennedy has it. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell him. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. The Eagles leads by 85. All is in readiness. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Lyset taps. Gains possession. Kicks it. Nice hands. Young might struggle for this distance. Let's take a brief look at the stats.
West Coast is looking good on the scoreboard, and they have the stats to back it up.
Insightful, Richard. One half down, one to go. Well, the players have had a good rest, and they look refreshed, ready for the third term.
There are only two options regarding commitment. You're either in or you're out. There is no such thing as life in between.
Schofield going for number one. He takes an uncontested mark. Lecrac with a chance if he keeps a cool head. 15 metres out. The goal for West Coast. Lecrac getting his 8. He must have a sore foot by now. This kick puts them further into the lead. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Clean tap out of the ruck. Duggan with the football. Roughhead has him for holding the ball. Roughhead feeds it wide. Takes that one strongly. Sends the Sharon on its way. Shuey with the mark. He chooses to play on. That had some power behind it. Yeo spills it. McGovern controls. McGovern lets fly with a shot at goal. The kick just clears the line for a goal. He sinks his first goal. West Coast with a handy break, leading the Bulldogs 97-0. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Lyset punches. Casanova would have been jealous at that pickup. Penetrating hand pass. And he's heading for home. Look at that. He's put it through. Yeo increases the lead. West Coast by 103. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Here we go. Guided down nicely by Lyset. Kicked by Bontempelli. Redden ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly.
Redden, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. Archie decides to play on. She with a strong mark.
Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him 25 metres out. Almost in the bag from this position, I would think. West Coast with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 109-0. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Lyset with the mighty fist, jumping at shadows. Dalhouse holding the ball as he's collected by Gaff. Gaff with the kick. A great effort, perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. Going for goal number 3. West Coast get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. West Coast in front.
She got a really good footballing brain.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Deft touch from Lysette. McGovern gets it out of the crowd. The mark by Chi. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. Chi tries his luck with a shot at goal. The Eagles had one to their tally. His kick is fourth. The pressure continues to mount with that goal from Chi. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. First hand's important. The bouncing ball is controlled. Puts the head down as he runs in. Lecrac got under it, perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. Lecrac bumps the ball for goal. West Coast with a handy break, leading the Western Bulldogs 127-0. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The ball has been bounced. Clean tap out of the ruck. Morris with the football. Morris feeds it wide. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. He decides to play on. The Rats sends the ball on its way. Casanova would have been jealous at that pickup. Marston has gone missing, Richo.
Yeah, he's had a really indifferent game out there.
A monster of a kick gets home. Chalk it up 6 points. The Eagles lead the Bulldogs by 133. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Cleared by Lysette. Bounces favourably for Eo. He runs into the goal. Sends the Sharon on its way. Lecrac having no trouble taking that one. He steadies now in front of goal. 20 metres from home. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. The Eagles in front. Let's go to Richo now and take a look at the stats.
The handball stats show that the two teams are fairly even, with the Eagles on 3 and the Bulldogs on 2. The possession stats paint a clear picture of this match, with West Coast having the bulk of possession. Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and West Coast will put 57 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. Both teams fairly close in the tackling stats. The Eagles 6, the Bulldogs 5.
Cheers, Rich. There's the siren for the final quarter, and play is underway.
You're never a loser until you quit trying.
Pick up by Dalhouse. He's racking up possessions. He wins the contest. He plays on now. Good drop punt by Redden. He uses him as a step ladder. A stab kick from McGovern. Yeo controls. Going for goal number 3. He's missed it. West Coast by 140. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Trengo has his feet firmly on the ground. He's just a great leader around the club. He lines it up with the goal. She goes for goal. Magnificent kick of the footy. West Coast are in front.
All is in readiness. The ball is bounced. Claimed by Nat Nui. Controlled by Marston. He gives the ball a mighty roost. Marked by Darling. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. Darling taking a chance at goal. West Coast get a goal. This kick stretches the lead. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce.
The Eagles have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match. He plays on. That's a mark. He plays on, sending it on its way.
Sheen over the top. Richo, you followed his career for a while. Can he kick this?
He's paid to kick these, Dennis.
45 metres out. Sheen slots the goal. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Newey taps. Get on the ball at the moment. He gets a kick out of the back. So well timed. Sheen lining up 40 metres out. The ball is slammed towards goal by Sheen. The magnificent kick right through the middle. Sheen gets number 7. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here's the bounce.
Newey got a really good footballing brain. Jeddah slams the ball to his boot. Trengo with a strong mark. Sending it on its way. She with real good use of the body. It steadies now in front of goal. She kicks for goal. Lacroix drops the ball. An inch higher and would have been through for a goal.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. It's boot to high. Cripps takes advantage. Going for goal number 1. Cripps executes the goal well. This kick has extended their lead. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Newey guides it. Pressure didn't phase him. Kicks as cool as the other side of the pillar. Nice work from Kennedy. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 30 metres from home. The kick from almost straight in front of the goals. It looks like Wesco's have this one in the bag.
Kennedy is just ridiculously consistent. I'd like to see a clanger from him for a change. When coaches have someone like him in the lineup, they can just sleep a lot easier knowing how reliable he is.
As Darren Hinch would say, shame, shame, shame. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Let's have a shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 30 metres from home. Newey to kick from almost directly in front of goal.
Newey will want to try and wheel around onto his favoured foot, but he's still very capable on the other.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Set with a big fist on it. Gaff with a kick out of the pack. Dio marks on the run. Lining up the goal now. 30 metres from home. Going for goal number 3. Dio scores with a beautiful kick. Good things coming through. That's his 3rd. This one gives them an even bigger lead. The Ruckmen conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Set with first hands to the ball. Shuey has the ball. He's been captured with the ball and it's going to be holding it. Good by Roughhead. The Rats marks. Slams it on the boot. The Bulldogs woeful. More gaps in their team than a 7-year-old smile. Now that it's all over, how did you see that game, Richard?
A real sloppy game with no exciting moments.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richard. Here's the final scores. West Coast 189 versus Western Bulldogs 0. Thanks for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you back soon. Dennis Committee here, and the two teams are about to go head-to-head today, Sydney and Port Adelaide. Well, I can understand why the players don't like to travel, but it is great to be back in Sydney. Welcome to the SCG. It's a cataclysmic wind out there, and it's swirling at random. Matthew Richardson is my comrade in the box for this match. Welcome, Richo.
What a game we've got today, Dan. There's really been a big build-up for this clash.
Port Adelaide's players run onto the ground. Banners ready for the players. We have the toss of the coin. Sydney win the toss. The siren is yet to hear the sound of the first bounce.
It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has it. It's the will to prepare to win that matters.
The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Wins the hard ball. Gets put to high. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Kicks it. Strong mark. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato. Quickly disposed of by Parker. Great grab. Getting a helping hand from the wind with that kick. Franklin just stopping for a quick dance. They say you miss 100% of the shots you never take, so hopefully he can just shrug that one off. I would have expected him to nail that. Looks like he'll go out wide. Marks.
Burn Jones, it's really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. And the ball is out of play. We'll get a ball in. It gets tapped. Wines picks up the ball. Broadbent takes the mark. He slams that on the boot. Strong mark there.
Test and shot outside the 50. The Power will be hoping this one sails through. It'll give them the lead. Smith puts it on the boot. Has he? Yes, he's paid it.
Powell Pepek's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. Sending it on its way, he slams that on the boot. That's a mark. He slams that on the boot. The mark will be paid. Ryder slams the ball to his boot. The mark will be paid.
All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato. Quickly disposed of by Canterbury. A long way out. Pollock puts it on the boot. Strong mark by Grampy.
Grampy wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. Jones marks the ball. Puts boot to ball. Lining it up with the goal now. Puts boot to ball. Gray with the mark.
This will have to be his very best kick to score from this range. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. Well, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. And the mark will be paid. Kicks hurriedly. Great mark under pressure. Kicks. A mark by Cunningham. Cunningham kicks hard along the boundary line. Rowan pumping it long. He gets above the crowd. Puts boot to ball. It's out of bounds across the boundary on the wing. The boundary umpire has called for the footy. The ball is in the air. Naismith with the tap. The bouncing ball is controlled. Wins the hard ball. Boots it. Boat gets the upper hand. Jams it on the boot now. Is there anything interesting in the stats, Richo?
Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close. Locked horns in the tackle contests. 1-0. Sydney with 18 kicks and De Power with 15 kicks. Not much in it.
Cheers, Richo. The siren sounds for the second quarter.
Winning means you're willing to go longer, work harder and give more than anyone else.
Umpire not having a bar of that and signalling for a ball up. Claimed by Ryder. You wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alleyway. Boat boots it. Ball goes over the line and out of play. Both ruckmen standing their ground. Big thump from Naismith. Umpire not having a bar of that and signalling for a ball up. Naismith with first hands to the ball. Tapped by Bayman. Trims the grass with that one. Gray gets a point. It's a point apiece. That's one area of this game that does need improvement. Looks like he's going to go long. Plays onto himself. Choose to kick it. He sneaks away for an uncontested mark. Choose to kick it. Boyd takes an uncontested mark. He gives the ball a mighty roost. Ebert grabs that one. Puts the kick on the wing. A great effort.
Rowan needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. Powell Pepper gets the ball. Cleanly tapped out of the ruck. He picks it up cleanly, winds, tackles him to the ground. Puts boot to ball. It's a mark.
He steadies now in front of goal. A rush hit. Broadbent winds it up. 50 metres from home. Broadbent shoots. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? Gray going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically this one, 20 metres out. In the same spot, Tiger Woods with a 9-iron as a safer bet. I would have expected him to nail that. He'll be looking to spot the player on the burst. Rampy marks. Puts boot to ball. Simply outplayed the opposition there. McVeigh feeds it wide. Almost a touch of synchronised swing about that mark. There's the peg.
Canterbury doesn't need to run to every contest because he's just so great at reading the play. He can play a kick ahead or behind the play and still rack up possessions. Cunningham gets the mark without contest. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up.
40 metres from home. He shoots it. And the mark will be paid. Sinclair going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically this week. Slots it. Good start by the Swans. Lucky we had that goal recorded because it was first rate. Sinclair shows the goal umpire the right signal. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Ryder timing terrible. He's letting his messages before the beat. Hanbury got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punch. Pollock with the mark. He kicks it. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. Port Adelaide only trailing by less than a goal. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. He may just play onto himself here. The options are few and far between at the moment. Good drop pump by Granby. The contest, no match for him. Kicked in a flurry. Almost a touch of synchronized swing about that mark. It's the peg. Time to check the stats. Richo.
The scores are way too close for the Swans to be dominating on the stats like this.
Enlightening, Richo. 1 half down, 1 to go. A nice long half-time break, and we're ready for another half of footy.
They struggled throughout the first half, but there's still a half a game to go.
Wins the handball. Heyman setting his sights on the goals. 45 metres out, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. A great effort. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 20 metres out. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. It's not the score he was looking for.
Smith is a great kick, and if he can maintain that accuracy under pressure, he'll elevate to the elite category. He boots it. Ebert having no trouble taking that one. The ball is out of bounds, and the umpire will throw it in.
Tapped by Naismith. The bouncing ball is controlled. Kennedy holding the ball as he's collected by Gray. Kicks it across the ground. A good mark under the circumstances. 45 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Rydick with the behind. Port Adelaide, no time to drop off. Less than a kick the difference. I would have expected him to nail that.
Smith is creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel. He gets boot to the ball. He gets the upper hand. He slams that on the boot. Plenty of space for a very easy mark.
Going for goal number 1. But nowhere near goal. Port Adelaide only trailing by less than a goal. It's not the score he was looking for. Teammates scrambling to make a lead. Takes that one strongly. McVeigh gets a less than pretty drop punt away. That kick held up in the wind. Boyd, the better man there. His kicking is unbelievable. Some people don't go that far for their holiday. Hewitt made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Kicks it. And the mark will be paid. 40 metres from home. Heaney to kick on a 30-degree angle. It's certainly not the easiest of shots, that's for sure. 20 metres from home. Going for goal number 1. Oh, it's hit the woodwork. Bad luck for Franklin. The Swans by 2 points. I would have expected him to nail that. There could be a short option here. He plays it to himself. Westhoff kicks it forward. Marks.
He's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. He kicks it long. Gray marks the ball. He kicks the ball. There's no contest for that mark.
Rydek puts it on the boot. Grundy grabs that one. Kicks. Rowan marks. Gets boot to high. Ebert gets the upper hand. Kicks it. Great grab. Is there anything interesting in the stats, Richo?
Sydney with 45 kicks and DePowick with 39 kicks. Not much in it. Both teams fairly close in the tackling stats. Port Adelaide 5, Sydney 2.
Thanks for sharing that with us, Richo. It's almost over now.
Pain is temporary. It may last a minute, an hour, or a day, or a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If you quit, however, it will last forever.
He kicks the ball out of congestion. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark. Powell Pepper boots it. Rydek with an easy mark.
Ryder has super fast reaction time. He could catch an arrow. Pittard boots it. Strong mark there.
The Power with a chance to take the lead if this one sails through. Smith boots it. Rampy got under it. Kicks the skin off it. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Booted by Canterbury. Powell Pepper wins the marking contest. Oh, that's a nice long kick. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Jams it on the boot now. Heyman just gauging which way that wind was blowing. Slams it on the boot. McVeigh presents and takes the mark.
McVeigh can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. Broadbent kicks it. Ryder with good strong hands.
Rydek shoots it. No good. The Power manages to rack up another behind. But Adelaide can still catch up here. They're less than a goal down. It's not the score he was looking for. Looks like he's going to go long. A nice uncontested mark for Rampy. Jams it on the boot. McVeigh has it. Jams it on the boot now. Canterbury marks. Sends it on its way. Good mark by Kennedy. Bumps the big skin. Takes it well.
Mills is very loyal, but it's not that hard when you're doing what you love. Naismith with the kick. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent. Packley puts his boot on it. That's a mark.
Hartlett slams it on the boot. And the ball goes over the boundary near the 50. It'll come back from the boundary line. Umpire throws the ball in. Naismith with a big fist on it. Able to grab it on the half volley. Marked by Hewitt, perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. Kicks it. Hapley claims the ball. Slams it on the boot. He wins the contest. Sinclair. He had good control over the ball right up until the minute he kicked it. What an end to the match. So close, but victory just out of reach for Port Adelaide. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between Sydney and Port Adelaide?
Confidence is contagious, so is lack of confidence. Let's hope the result doesn't come back to haunt them.
Insightful, Richo. Final scores are 9-7. That's it for this match. Thanks to my co-commentator, Matthew Richardson.
Well, thanks for having me. That's all we have time for. We'll see you next time.
Today, back at the MCG. The weather can't seem to make up its mind. The rain looks like it may stop soon. A low crowd, really, perhaps reflective of the status of these two teams. Accompanying me is Matthew Richardson.
How are you, Dennis? Today should be a good match.
Today's match, Geelong and the Hawks. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelled correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man to ask. The banners look great as the players get set to run through them. There's the bounce and play is underway. McAvoy punches the ball in the hands of Burgoyne. Sends the Sharon on its way. Sicily sorts out the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Nice goal from Sicily. He seeks his first goal. The first goal of the match. He'll kick. It's not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. McAvoy guides it. Brawley comes away with the ball. He brings it out of the pack. Great mark under pressure. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
It's just too far out for him, Dan.
Wolf on the borderline of his run. Almost involved from this position, I think. The Hawks getting out to an early lead. umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Tap to advantage. Duopoly with the football. He boots it from the pack. Henderson with the mark. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 40 metres out. A mark by Priest. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Wrist wants his chances for goal. That's 3 in a row for Hawthorn. The Cats will have to start putting in some effort if they want a chance in this game.
Bruce, on his wrong foot, isn't his preferred option, but he's still confident enough off that foot.
McAvoy decisively. Mitchell gets it out of the crowd. Marked by Henderson. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 25 metres out. Henderson executes the goal well. Hawthorn had scored the last 4 goals. Geelong will have to start putting in some effort if they want a chance in this game. Ruckman awaiting the bounce.
McAvoy is just a real workhorse in the ruck, and I reckon his teammates really appreciate his uncomplicated approach to the game. Bruce takes the mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Bruce takes a shot. It's in the air. He could not have kicked that any better. The Hawks lead Geelong.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. McAvoy thumps it forward. Is in his possession. Mitchell gathers. He runs into the goal. Shot at goal by Mitchell. Mitchell slots the goal. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Punched by McAvoy. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Sicily has his head down now. Sicily pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. The Hawks coach using the bench. Looks like we'll have a throw in. The ball's been thrown in. Cleared by Schoenmakers. And Brian picks up the bouncing ball. Apple dodging for no reason at all. He takes an uncontested mark. Caught with the ball. Kicked by Burlow. A nice running mark.
Smith needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. He can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Rough head, has a kick. Hawthorn get the goal.
The Ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Schoenmakers is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Smith. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. So well timed. Roughhead going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically this week. Well, if you can hand-pick a position, this is it. Straight in front of the goals. The Hawks have 8 goals. The Ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Big thump from Schoenmakers. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Gunston takes a shot at goal. Time to check those stats.
Hawthorn appear to have a distinct advantage with 21 kicks over 2 kicks from the Cats. Hawthorn showing their superior marking skills with a whopping 11, while the Cats trail behind on nothing. Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close, locked horns in the tackle contests, 2-1.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. First break is over, and we're back in action.
Persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievement.
He gains possession. Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. Takes it well. Chooses to kick it. Burgoyne couldn't keep his hands on it. That decision was like taking a beer to a job interview. Not a very good idea. Taylor lining up. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. He wants to play on. McAvoy kicks. Good mark on the run. Crawley plays it on. Really butchered that kick, didn't he, Richard?
If you're going to kick that, Paulie, you may as well just give the ball straight back to the opposition.
Sicily going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically this one. Hawthorne by Mango.
Sicily has a nose for goals. You wouldn't want to bet against him, even on the tightest of angles.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. McAvoy thumps it forward. Quick kick out of the pack by Puopolo. Flying high, and he grabs the ball. Opportunity for Henderson. 30 metres from home. Almost in the bag from this position, you would think. Henderson aiming for the goals. Henderson executes the goal well. The lead has been increased. The Hawks by 10 goals. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Smith without a touch. The clearance by McAvoy. Crawley sticks out his hands and collects the ball. Massive screamer from Brust. Here's a chance for Brust. A long way out. Brust steers the ball towards goal. Perfect timing from Henderson. Routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. He's on a 30-degree angle. Hawks with a handy break, leading Geelong 66 to nothing.
Henderson has so much potential, he could just be anything.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Big thump from McAvoy, gains possession. Dangerfield boots it, takes the mark all by himself.
Menzel is a great overhead mark, but anything below his knees and he struggles to get down for. If he can add that to his game, he's going to go up another level. He kicks the ball.
O'Brien running in, about to kick. Slots it. Hawthorne lead Geelong. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Smith without a touch. The clearance by Schellenmakers. The Hawks sending out McAvoy. Schellenmakers got the hit out. Sicily somehow manages to get that ball out with all those players around him. Nice goal from O'Brien. The lead has been increased. The Hawks with the ascendancy over the Cats, leading the match 78 to nothing. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce.
Schoenmakers is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Birchall shoots for goal. Perfect kick. The Hawks have the edge over Geelong in this match.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Tapped by Schellenmakers. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He boots it from the pack. Half-time is just about to be called. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 25 metres out. The Hawks with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 90 to nothing. I'll put a cork in that goal. That's vintage stuff. And I bet he'll only get better with time. Smith not even close to getting a hit out. He might have to take a leaf out of the Karate Kid and sweep the knee. O'Brien launches one towards goal. Let's go to the stats sheet now and see how the players perform.
Hawthorn are winning almost everything in this match.
You always have that unique perspective on things, Richo. Well, that's the first half of the match. Come back in a few. Looks like the players are ready for this. Let's get started.
Think big, believe big, act big, and the result will be big.
Inside 50 kick by Burgoyne. Henderson ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. Second Tom. He's searching for his teammates. Duncan claims the ball. Jams it on the boot now. Good mark on the run. Good as this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. The ball is hammered towards goal by Prioli. Prioli sinks it from a long way out. He sinks his first goal and they stretch out their lead. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. First hand's important. He gains possession. Frawley puts it on the boot. Oh, he's dropped it. He'll rue that one. Roost controls it. The Hawks get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. Hawthorn lead Geelong 103-0. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. McAvoy decisively. Mitchell picks up the bouncing ball. Shanks that one. Bad kick, resulting in a free to the Hawks. Stewart puts it on the boot. O'Brien ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Hawthorn with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 104-0. Disappointing kick there. O'Brien claims it. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. O'Brien whacks one on the boot for goal. Sicily couldn't hold on to that one. Henderson tries his luck with a shot at goal. Jams it on the boot now. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. A chance to add one more to his tally. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Roost lining up 15 metres out. He's looking to add another. Slots it. The Hawks in front.
Roost has the ability, I think, to be a 20 to 30 a goal season player.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. McAvoy is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Smith. Henderson marks on the run. Lining up the goal now. Going for goal number 5. Nice kick. Hawthorn in front.
Henderson is very loyal, but it's not that hard when you're doing what you love.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. McAvoy knocks it down the field. He brings it out of the pack. Well, he gave it a shot. McCarthy heading in. Watch his style. Nice drop punt. Almost a mark, but it bounces off his chest. Taylor just got cleaned up and sent back to Neverland. Gets boot to high. Nice mark there. He wants to play on. McAvoy sends the ball on its way. So well timed. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Sicily will have to put everything into this one. Gunston enjoying a height advantage. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Golden opportunity here. The Hawks leads by 122.
Gunston has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. McAvoy gets onto the ball. Smith gets it on the bounce. Mitchell with a kick out of the pack. And the ball goes sailing out of bounds. The umpire has thrown it in. McAvoy taps it with the ball now. McAvoy gets onto the ball. The bouncing ball is controlled. Stewart kicks it forward. He shouldn't have bothered. Here's Richo with his stats.
Both teams fairly close in the handball stats, 3-0. Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and Hawthorn could put 54 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close, locked horns in the tackle contests, 9-3. The marking skill of the Hawks has proved advantageous on the stats board, racking up 29 marks.
Much appreciated, Richo. Here we go for the last quarter.
You can't just beat a team, you have to leave a lasting impression in their minds so that they never want to see you again.
Burgoyne kicks it out of congestion. He has space for an easy mark. Opportunity now for Henderson, 25 metres out. And looking to add another. Henderson did well then. That could be the final nail in the coffin. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Definitely palmed to advantage. The bouncing ball is controlled. Birchall approaching home now. Good mark on the run. Henderson, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. 15 metres out. Going for goal number 7. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Henderson's really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. McAvoy aims for his man on the ground. It'll be a ball up. Batted down nicely by McAvoy. O'Brien comes away with the ball. Approaching the goals now. Goal to Hawthorn. 3 of the best is putting on a play. This kick has extended their lead. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. McAvoy really gets onto this one. That kick has covered a very long distance. Henderson with the mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. The ball is slammed towards goal by Henderson. Henderson did well there. It goes now. What a match. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Guided by McAvoy. Mitchell kicking the ball free of the pack. Henderson claims the ball. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 20 metres out. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Henderson could want to try and wheel around onto his favoured foot, but he's still very capable on the other.
All is in readiness.
The Hawks have just been really well organised and courageous in the centre, and that's why they've been winning the ball. Henderson lining up with the goals. Henderson shoots for goal. He could not have kicked that
any better. All is in readiness. Tap to advantage. Sicily controls. The The ball is hammered towards goal by Sicily. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Opportunity now for Roughhead. Roughhead with a kick at goal. Roughhead did well then, and they stretch out their lead. If this game were being played on water, the Hawks would be walking on it. The Ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Schoenmakers aims for his man on the ground. Puopolo throws the ball. Free kick. Perlo with a clinical drop punt. Strong mark by Mitchell. He chooses to play on. Kramerick is able to grab it on the half volley. Works it across the ground. Roost marks it. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. And looking to add another. It's in the air. That's a very well executed goal. The Hawks are in control of this game. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the Ruckmen unleash. Schoenmakers taps. He controls the bouncing ball. Birchall whacks one on the boot for goal. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming above that mark. That is the peg. Roughhead lines it up, having a big day going for goal number 4. That could be the final nail in the coffin. I gotta say, that's even a better goal the second time around. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Clean tap by Schoenmakers. Nice drop punt. Perfect timing from Roughhead. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 40 metres from home, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Hawthorn are in control of this game. The Ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Guided down nicely by Schoenmakers. That kick has covered a very long distance. Not the most exciting match. No real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Richo, any last-minute thoughts?
Hawthorn established their dominance early and never looked like losing.
Final scores at 182 to nothing. That's it for us. I will see you again, but not yet. Not yet.
Okay, this is it. Round 2 is over. So yeah, alright, we're gonna check the check the ladder right now. What is it? Where is the ladder? Oh, there you go. So West Coast, first place. Second, Carlton. Third, Collingwood. Fourth, Essendon. Fifth, Richmond. Sixth, Hawks. 7, St Kilda. 8, North Melbourne. 9, Freo Dockers. 10, Brisbane Lions. 11, Western Bulldogs, and number 12 is gonna be number 12 is Gold Coast. 13, Melbourne. 14, Sydney Swans. Um, 15, Port Adelaide. 16, Adelaide Crows. 17th of Geelong Cats, and 18th Giants. And then I'll show you, and then the flexes is gonna be Carlton and Collingwood, Port and Brisbane, Melbourne, North Melbourne, Suns and Dockers, Sydney Swans and Giants, St Kilda and Adelaide, Richmond and Hawthorn, Bulldogs and Essendon, and lastly West Coast versus Geelong Cats. So it's gonna be a nice stream. I'm not doing this now, but I might straight to go have have some, well, not lunch, just like have just relax and stuff like that. And some points in that age, I have a wonderful day, and yeah, I'll see you guys around. Peace out and goodbye.